Hey guys, welcome back. If you are not new to this, guys, we are here to take a look at a reading that I have procrastinated on for a few days now because I pulled some cards the other night, kind of preliminarily, and I saw what I saw. But I was also a little sad by it, and I was like, I'll look at that tomorrow. Y'all already know it's hard to do children anyway, right? That's a different kind of energy. So I don't like to do them. But someone sent this to me, I want to say last week sometime, and I had been seeing this baby's name, but I just wasn't like reading the article. I've been caught up in Diddyverse for the past few weeks or whatever. Um, and so I looked at the article that well, actually, it was a video from a YouTube channel that I used to follow, but y'all, he's really good at what he does, but it can be heavy to someone who, like me, I'll say it that way, a sensitive, right? And so it's called The Family. But he posted a video about Trinity Eslinger, 10-year-old Trinity Eslinger. She disappeared, I want to say June 10th, so it's been like the middle of June, so it's been about 21 days, right, as of now, almost to the day, 21 days, since she disappeared in Destin, Florida, at the beach. She wasn't at the beach, she was in the water on a vessel of some sort, boat of some sort, with her mother, her mother's boyfriend, and I think his child or children. Anyway, something happened where they ended up in the water, and everyone was rescued but 10-year-old Trinity, right? Allegedly. That's the allegation. However, in the family's video, a perspective that he shared on that video was the boyfriend, Victor Cobbs's live. He had gone on live to kind of tell what happened. And he brought up the fact that a boat with two young men pulled up to help in the chaos, right? To help. So Raven is Trinity's mother. She had been rescued. I be trying not to talk so slow, right? Because then I'm gonna have to I'm not fast forward, but speed this video up in the end. But even if I don't speed it up in a way that you feel is fast enough, y'all know y'all can change the playback speed if you just click on the settings of the video and speed me up a little bit. Cause yeah, I gotta take my time. But anyway, so what the father, I was gonna say stepfather, but they're not married. What the mother's boyfriend says is that he went overboard. I think he can swim. He went overboard. He's yelling for help. Mother's overboard. Now Trinity can't swim, and I've heard that she wasn't wearing a life vest this particular day. Problem number one or two. I don't know. It's up there though. So he's screaming for help. A boat pulls up with two men in it. He's like, I'm good. Just go get my girl and the kids or whatever. So another paddle boat, a white lady and her niece, they go to try to extend the oar to save Raven's mom. I think they were able to do that. The stepfather says, like, he took the little boy. Somebody got the son, but he said he had pushed Raven to where the men in the boat could take her, right? But when he like looked up, the boat was at the shore. What the hell you at the shore for? And we all over here drowning. I was just like, what? Because it was so shocking. Because all we've been hearing, to me, all we've been hearing is, my goosebumps going crazy too, is that she went under. She went under. She was under the boat, right? And this is all happening within matters of seconds. Let the way it's been told. It's happening like quickly, right? Like a chaotic situation would happen. And the mother, not being a strong swimmer, she's thinking, okay, the men got my baby, right? She handed them, like, I pushed her that way, and she's trying to save herself, right? But the stepfather said he saw the boat going towards the shore. Y'all, they can't find this boat. They can't find these two men. And so I'm not surprised to see what it is that I'm seeing, but something that I keep hearing, sees every time I meditate or try to meditate on this energy is stranger than fiction. Stranger than fiction. I've heard it several times this morning. The spread that you guys are going to see is similar to the one that I always use, but I kind of laid out with spirit the specific meanings of each section, which is a little different from the way that I had done it previously, but it's still pretty much the same. I also pulled cards from my personal deck, the deck that I created, right? And you know, those cards are kind of flimsy. So once I tell or ask Spirit to show me what it is that I need to see, that is directly connected to the day she disappeared, or the disappearance, or the incident that took place that led to the disappearance, right? Because especially dealing with kids, when you do their reading, you can pick up energy from not just the child. My goose is going crazy. Not just the child, but the energy surrounding the adults that she's connected to. So even in this situation, I had to clarify, like, is this the family's energy or the energy of the people she's with now? Because I feel like some people are either reporting, I say people, I mean like psychics, intuitives, readers, etc., are even reporting some things that don't have relevance to this particular situation. There's also, I saw something where what she was saying I feel is relevant, but I feel like she was talking about the perpetrator and not her parents or her guardians or whatever the case, right? So I try to be very specific in my request and quantifying the information that I want to receive, because I don't want to be defaming or accusing someone of something that is not connected to them. All right. And so this is specifically about what happened to Trinity Eslinger in Destin, Florida. And I will tell you this, even before I pulled cards on it, I was like, focusing on her picture, as I often do. Y'all know I'm an energy reader, right? So I'm focusing on her photo. I'm like, this baby ain't even dead. I don't get that she's dead. I don't feel like she has crossed over. I don't feel it. I sensed an energy the other day, but I'm like, if that's her, it's not because she's crossed over, right? And it wasn't like strong, but I don't think it was her actually. But it was a child. So that just, maybe somebody else is coming soon. Or this may help someone else, right? But here's the thing, guys. When I tell you stranger than fiction, stranger than fiction. So let's jump into it. I think I'm going to start with my personal deck. And I don't know if I'm going to clarify or not. We'll just see what I'm guided to do as I'm showing you what these cards are and what they're about, okay? Please keep in mind that this is open to my interpretation. This is not for your entertainment purposes. This is for truth, for clarity, for healing life on this earth and beyond. And that's my intention with sharing these types of readings, period, right? First card out, though, is the PDF file, right? So, hold on. So in seeing that immediately, I was like, okay. It definitely lets me know that there's someone who has an affinity for children involved in this situation. That's what I'll say. That is what is at the heart of this confusion and this chaos, is that pedophilic energy. This is somebody who is attracted to children. This is someone who is a predator. This is someone who likely has a record for this, or is connected to a group who has a record for this. Like, this is someone who does this, okay? They may not do this, say this, it may not be something that's publicly known, but I feel like with the Justice card here, they already got a record. Like, this is like sex offender energy, okay? Let me say it that way. And it may be someone who is like a couple, okay? A couple. So that could be a couple of males, or a male who's in a partnership and they like to or try to incorporate children in some way. But I feel like the boat is super significant to that, okay? It's super significant to that. The energy that I'm getting, guys, is that the incident that occurred on the water was an opportunity that a predator who was out there already lurking, a predator took advantage of an opportunity. They were there for what they were there for, but they saw an opportunity, and this is how they seized it. I'm gonna say this, and this is in no way judgment to the parents at all. It's just what is. Even in me looking for a photo for Trinity's thumbnail for this video, it took me a little while to find a photo where she wasn't in her bathing suit. I was like, dang, I ain't gonna be able to use use a picture because I'm not gonna post this young lady, this little baby, because she ain't even a young lady. She a baby, 10 years old, on here in a doggone bikini, two-piece, swimsuit, whatever. And it could be, you could look at it like, oh, it's innocent. That's fine. But these people are everywhere, and they really be watching, y'all. We really, and I know it's sad, right? They should be able to control themselves. They damn sure should. But we also have to understand that these evil energies lurk, and we don't want to give them an opportunity to sexualize what should not be, right? So there's that. But I did find some pictures, luckily. Fortunately, we don't believe in luck, fortunately. And there's that. So what I'm seeing is they were out there for what they were out there for. And they saw an opportunity, even in the middle of a catastrophe or chaos. I have seen that, felt that, got that, saw that in the cards. And I feel like it's being confirmed today. I also feel like the people who were there or part of a ring, which reminds me, recently, like it's been a week or so, like I literally this week, I think so. In Florida, they did a press conference because 60 missing children have been found. And I posted on the community tab about a young lady that I did a missing persons reading for out of New York, who was quite clearly in the cards shown to have been lured and fled into a trafficking ring. And so something just said with these children that Florida just announced that they discovered, that who were rescued and recovered, and some sent to certain care to help them to heal from their trauma. Let me clear my throat. I was like, let me look up this young girl that I did this reading for. And I looked up that I looked up that young girl, and she actually had been found almost over half a year. It was like 6 months after her initial disappearance. So she snuck away from her home, basically, thinking she was meeting someone, and was pulled into a trafficking ring. She was later found because in traveling, like towards New Jersey or something, she broke away from her traffickers, and a lady helped her to find a police precinct. All right, so when I tell y'all this is happening, it's happening. If you follow me, you've seen the post that I shared that said, according to FBI statistics, 500,000 young women and children, and I believe males too, are lured into sex trafficking online. This is like, this is happening daily. Okay, I don't want to misquote the stat. I'll post it today in my stories because it's in my phone. Anyway, so yeah, this is happening. There are people who are sick this way. This is a money grab. There are people who are paying for children and certain children. Speaking of, let's move on. The next card that we have is abundance. So this is for the sake of money. Like someone's being paid to bring children or to bring a child back. Oh, well, that's definitely true. However, I feel like yeah, they're watching. They were watching. Somebody is lurking, watching for this. What's that 5 spirit? They really see. Like this is someone who is or was willing to be patient. Like this was not a traditional situation, but I'm telling you, they took advantage of it. It's like jackpot. So I don't know if they had already spotted her or saw her somewhere. I don't know if they'd already saw her or spotted her before the family entered the water, but they were definitely watching. So yeah, there's an energy of like delays or setbacks to their goal. So they trying to get their money, right? But I feel like there's something specific that they need or needed. So they were being patient and waiting for something. So apparently someone had either lost some money or they felt like they were losing money. So it's like, we need to find someone for this situation. All right. I'm disgusted. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Dang. Y'all, it be a lot in my head. That ring that they were talking about in Florida, I feel like Tisa be like, ugh, but I don't have ADHD, but my mind be busy. Anyway, the ring, they showed some of the people that were busted in this sting where they rescued these 60 children. And when I tell y'all, it like I want to find that so I can zoom in on some of these photos for y'all to show y'all. I don't think I'm going to do that today, but some of these people, they look like homeless. They look like poverty-stricken. They look like dope fiends. They look like roundaway crackheads. These are some regular, schmegular looking folk where you would probably never think or suspect that this is what they're into. That, ooh. I was gonna say maybe that's why I keep hearing stranger than fiction, but no, I don't think so because I hadn't thought about that today. But I remember when I saw that photo, like, look at these people. You would never suspect that. It's like the person that you say you going into like the gas station in the hood or whatever, and he looked homeless and he's standing out there drinking. Like that's what these people looked like. Um, yeah, it's wild. So anyway, the next card out is racism, right? And I was like, what does that mean? Because racism, of course, we know what racism is, but it could also be just like a sense of discrimination, right? And so as I'm clarifying this, it's kind of is discrimination. Let me tell you why. Because I feel like they wanted a black child specifically. Okay? I feel like they specifically wanted a black child for a couple of reasons. I feel like they wanted a black child for the reasons that I feel like there's some shock that so many people are concerned. Because when I tell you the Coast Guard came in immediately, they have employed or deployed so many resources into searching the water for this young girl, like for weeks. I want to say for at least 2 weeks before they called the search off or scaled back. And they didn't expect that. Like for a black child, they did not expect goosies. They did not expect that. But I feel like they specifically wanted a black child. One, for that reason that I just gave you. Two, because I feel like there's an energy of the suspect, the way people are suspicious of her, we'll call him stepfather for the sake of this reading, stepfather and mother. Yeah, Spirit said, yep. They felt like people would be more suspicious of them or accusatory of them than they would be looking for an outside perpetrator. That pissed me off and made me sad at the same time. Yeah, that's sad. Anyway, we also have the truth uncovered or revealed, which I feel it will be. We also have greed. We also have premeditated, that energy of sitting and watching wherever they were, boat, what do I want to say, boat, shore, beach, wherever they were, premeditated. This was the plan. This was the reason that the perpetrators were there that day, to find children. Okay? Period. I also have a card, feeling abandoned. I want to clarify that just a little bit. I feel like wherever she is, wherever she is, it doesn't feel like she is isolated from everybody, but she's isolated from what is familiar to her, who is familiar to her. And she does not know where she is, right? Even the masculine energy that brought her took her there, they seclude her, they isolate her, they close the door on her. Yeah, for sure. It's not like they talking to her, interacting with her, or any of that. Definitely isolated energy. Feeling defeated. Maybe even blindfolded. That blindfold really caught my eye. So kind of blindfolded or kind of in the dark is the energy that I'm getting. What I'm telling you. The serial offender. Oh, this makes sense. The drugs card. So this could drugs, sale, use, or addiction to, whatever. Sale of, use of, addiction to. So, yeah. This is someone who does this. And it may be to fuel an addiction. Like I brought you a kid. I feel like this is someone who's definitely stuck in addiction, or this addiction, this addicted energy could be could be someone who uses, and this is an action taken for their King of Pentacles. Because the King of Pentacles is all up and through here. But let me tell you something. Even in that reading that I was telling you about that I did for Miss Beckett, that King of Pentacles energy kept showing up. And the King of Pentacles is also the outcome in this reading for Trinity. And the King of Pentacles, I told you guys previously several times, is just someone who is financially established, stable, and secure, right? They don't have to be a businessman. They don't have to wear a suit. They just got a little bread and a little access to it, right? They could be money motivated or materialistic, but just like I said, it could be a professional man who's well off, or it can be the street thug who's also a kingpin, right? But wealthy is like, I'm about my business. I mean, not wealthy. King of Pentacles, the wealthy man in this particular Kipper deck is like, I'm about my business. I'm about making money. And you may say, oh, but if they in the hood, are they making money? Yes. Yes. I saw an old man. He's like almost 60. He was arrested for assault or something. They go to his house. They found like hundreds of thousands of dollars, like over $100,000 in his little crib. Like, sir, why are you living here? Right? He had a lot of cash on hand. So this is that type of energy. Please don't underestimate, like, yeah. Anyway, so the drugs, the sale, the use, or addiction. And then this card, I'm definitely going to clarify because we have the family card. Spirit told me to leave it in, but I wanted to know why. Okay. So who's this spirit? The King of Pentacles. First of all, let me tell y'all that. Is this that same one? So I feel like this baby, first of all, I feel like she's in a home. She's in someone's home. I feel like this is, if it's not a family dynamic, this is what was told to her, right? What am I saying when I'm saying what the freak I'm saying? Yeah, it's like you're going to a new family. You're going to a new family. There's that baby right there with that Page of Wands energy. It's like, I'm your family now. We're your family now. This is your family now. I don't know what the history is for her. What her family dynamic is. But somebody is misrepresenting themselves to this young lady. To this baby girl. Like, this is your family now. Like, this is court ordered. The court said you have to stay here. And yeah, like, this is a secret. This is to stay hidden. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like someone is telling her, like, this is your new, where you're supposed to be. And there's an energy of, like your other family or your family died or they left you. Like, oh my God. So I don't know. It doesn't feel like she's actually around other people, but it is like a home energy. So this could very well be someone who does have a family and is not just saying that to her. I know that there's at least a woman there. Could be his spouse, his girlfriend, his partner, his wife. Maybe a child too. There are other people around here and around this. And I think that's going to be beneficial for us. I'll tell you in a minute. Look at this. We also got, y'all, we also got gang activity. So that could be like literally gang activity, or it could just represent like multiples of people. Like someone who has their hand in some of everything. Someone who definitely is in the streets, who do some illegal things, okay? That would be concerning for being around a child, all right? This is just one aspect of what it is that they do, period. What's the Knight? Yeah, this is just one aspect of all the stuff that they do. This is somebody who's super toxic. And I feel like this energy with the pedophilic energy is all about money. It's all about money. It's about payment. Like there's a financial motive or benefit here for someone. But they have an ulterior motive. I don't know if this is something that whoever he's connected to wasn't quite aware of initially. Mm-hmm. Or this feminine energy. There's a feminine energy who is kind of like trying or tried to be supportive. May have thought that someone was done doing something or being involved in something. Yeah. But it's like, oh, okay, so I see the truth now. You still doing that, whatever that is. It could be you still like are attracted or drawn to children because there's an energy of partnership here as well with the child. But it's like, oh, okay, so I see now. Like this, or like say someone lied and said this is my little cousin, or this is my niece. Some female energy is realizing that that's not the case. All right. So here's the deal. We got local in the neighborhood. I feel like, guys, that this is the case, that she is still local. I do also feel, yes, I do also feel like she yeah, was supposed to travel or will be traveling. There's like a traffic, okay? That's the energy of it. Three of Pentacles, that work energy. Three of Cups, successful energy. Two of Wands, future plans. But there's a wrench being thrown in it, right? With the Tower card here. So when I first pulled that card and I was asking Spirit, am I supposed to keep it? They gave me that card, but they also gave me this out of state card, right? And I was like, keep both of them as relevant to this day. The thing is, Trinity and her family are not from Florida. I think they're from Alabama. So they already were out of state. That's one way to apply that card. But also, I feel like, I feel like there were plans to move her out of perhaps Florida, but we hit a roadblock, an obstacle, and that could be because of the 60 children that were found. There was like 109 found before that. Like, they looking for these traffickers, y'all. And so there's the energy of like stay put, blend in kind of energy, or stay put, keep her hidden. But definitely energy of binding, of staying stuck, of travel delays is what I want to say. So someone is hesitant to travel, perhaps because of all the attention that's being connected to this young lady. All right. Like I said, we have the out of state card. I do believe that was the plan initially, whether it's happened already or not. Let me see. Yeah, that was the plan. Mm-hmm. And it's not to say that they won't move her, but they conflicted about moving her. They are. So it's like, just let her stay at home. It's like a hidden house, though. It's a hidden house. Just lock her in here for a little while until stuff die down. Y'all better keep screaming this baby's name. Don't stop looking for her. I think it's going to matter. I'll tell you why in a minute. I didn't mean to take this long going through these cards. That's why I don't be clarifying this. I'll just show y'all and go straight to here, but whatever. Here we have the abduction card, kidnapping. We might have to do a part 2 so you can see how the spread lays out. Abduction, kidnapping, clearly. We also have this card, abuse, physical, sexual, verbal, anger and aggression. We have the mental illness card, and I clarified that because I'm like, whose is this? Whose energy is this? And I feel like it's connected to the person who has the affinity for children. This is someone who is mentally unwell. All right. We also have this card. You see it. We also have this card. You see it. We also have this card, right? But that is not about where she is. I feel like that's because of where this occurred. Spirit said yes. Where this occurred. But we moved away from that. We walked away from that. And now we good because here she is working, traveling. We focused on that. They still looking in the water. Y'all, this most definitely was a conspiracy. And it's involving multiple people. This is not connected to the couple, I'll say. But these 3 cards, I definitely clarified because I wasn't sure, of course, if Spirit wanted me to leave them in. But I feel like this is connected to her recovery. There is blindside or shock that comes with that. Also, that truth is stranger than fiction energy. Also, the land card is going to be relevant. She is not in the water. And I feel like, goosies. And I feel like the land card is connected to where this house is. Or maybe like the young lady's reading that I was telling you about, she will be put out and found wandering. I don't know. We're just going to pray for it. But guess what? Whatever it is, divine intervention is and will be at play when it comes to her recovery, is what I want to say. Her being discovered. Okay. So that's it. Y'all, I feel like I want to do a part 2. But that's okay, because I'm going to speed it up and we're going to get through all of it. Let me show you this card, this particular spread. I hope you guys can see it. At the heart of the matter, the starting situation, what happened to lead to her disappearance. Boom. First card out. First card out is the journey. Y'all, I know I see these cards all the time, but the first thing that I saw with this card was transportation. Was transportation with the train. And this person waiting to go on this journey or to be taken somewhere. The journey suggests some type of travel, for sure. And of course, her family traveled from from Alabama. But I don't feel like this is about that. Who's that Queen of Coins and the Emperor? Yeah, I feel like this is that trafficking energy. That trafficking energy. Because again, we got the home with the hangman. Someone being unhappy with the way something is being presented about this home. Probably like, you can't keep this little girl here. I'm laughing, but I ain't laughing. This is about working. This is about making a coin. This is a partnership, collaboration, teamwork, team effort with this King of Pentacles ass and his manipulative self here. This is somebody who is in control of things, but has hit some type of obstacle or delay when it comes to making money. Definitely someone who has a criminal history or criminal past in some way. Okay. The unpleasant fact about this situation, this young lady is unexpected income or is being viewed that way. This suggests the exchange of money or someone will be paid for something. Very much so aligns with what we've already seen. Okay. A new money opportunity. Where somebody was blindsided on the water here. Or maybe even too blindsided, wasn't paying attention on the water. Like I said, someone saw an opportunity here. They were waiting for something they were waiting patiently for something chaotic to occur so that they can rush in the way that they did. Stranger than fiction, y'all. Now, I thought this was interesting. Goosey's going nuts. What? Goosey's? Okay. What is the lie? This is the lie. Okay, the lovers. The lovers is a partnership, a romantic couple, right? And I feel like this Goosey's. Okay, I was gonna say it. I feel like this is her mother and stepfather's energy. And it's not that they are a lie. I feel like their accused participation or orchestration of this is the lie. Goosebumps going crazy. Like, this is not something that they set up. Absolutely. This is not something. Ooh. My goose is going crazy, y'all. This is not something that they set up. At all. They're waiting and hopeful of an outcome. Heartbroken as well. Devastated as well. Grieving. I think I'd rather for them to be diligent, vigilant. Even though I know you can't say not to grieve because she ain't there. But, baby, turn that fear into hope, honey. Turn it into hope. Turn it into hope. I do not believe this baby's... My goosebumps going crazy. I do not believe that this baby's in the water. And I feel like they are, after all this time, thinking that, like... Yeah, I don't know if they're torn about what they want to believe. Yeah, they're kind of on the fence, right? But yeah. I don't want them to give up on this baby. But I feel like that's the lie, the energy that they are involved in this in some way. Now, The obstacle that blocks the truth. We're definitely going to clarify this particular card because the obstacle that blocks the truth is high honor, right? And this high honor, let me look at in the guidebook. But this high honor is usually because it's about someone that we would show some type of respect to, or like hold in a high regard. So for it to be an obstacle that's blocking the truth, I kind of want to clarify that. Now, I do want to clarify that with this. And often, too, this high honor card could be someone for me who is looked at as military or police, right? Firefighter, someone who would wear a uniform of some sort, or a hero in some way. And here's the thing. When I first saw this card, I was like, high honor, right? And it's a younger male. It's a young male. It's a young male. So now we have two different men. It's a young male. So we're looking at somebody who's keeping their mouth shut, who's not saying some things. We're looking at somebody like they saved us, or they helped us, or they did a good thing, and no, the freak, they did it. Or this is somebody. Hold on a sec. Yeah, because they had an ulterior motive that was sexual. Okay. So this is somebody that people don't even look at or think of as a predator. They would hail this person as like a nice guy, or helpful. But this person's a weirdo. They're stalkers of children. They are the obstacle. And I feel like there's a female energy who knows who this person is, or who these people are. Which is why I kept mentioning, yes, absolutely, absolutely. Or they know or have seen the child, and likely in their home. Okay? They know or have seen the child. They have history with this person. They know this person has history. But there's something that a feminine energy is aware of. Like she knows this person. Spirit said, yeah. It is not, okay. It is not the father. It's not the stepfather. I just wanted to tell y'all that. Spirit said, say that. It is not the stepfather. This is that King of Pentacles energy connected to these people. For sure. Business, business, business. So this is somebody who does business with this King of Pentacles, right? But you would never suspect that that's what that is. However, there's a female connected to either this male or this male who knows very well who that is. And y'all, when I asked about the perp being exposed, I definitely got this yes energy, right? I asked not who will expose, but will the perp be exposed? If so, how? So here's the thing. We have this Queen of Pentacles energy. We also have the Thief here. That's that Seven of Swords energy. But and we also have a message of concern, right? So not only do not only do I feel like this is someone in the neighborhood, in the community, because this Thief card for me is definitely like in plain sight. All right, in plain sight. Period. Ooh, Goose is going crazy. And I feel like this privileged lady, this Queen of Pentacles, like I said, who is the counterpart of the King of Pentacles, who knows these gentlemen, is the one who may put two and two together and be like, yeah, let me drop this tip. Okay, I feel like this woman is going to play a role in Trinity's being discovered. All right, what it is that we don't see is the message or the exchange of communication here. So whether that be text, tips, emails, hopefully detectives are going through them thoroughly and not dismissing anybody, because I feel like that's going to be helpful or beneficial, yeah, to break in this situation. Authorities, somebody's giving you a tip, or what am I saying when I'm saying what I'm saying? Somebody's going to give a tip. They're going to say something. It could be from social media, could be via text. A female energy is telling you something, or will tell you something that's going to be beneficial in helping you to locate this young lady. When I asked where to look, now this one I got a little pissed off. I was torn between pissed off and tearful, right? Because we have three cards. We have the distant horizon, right? Which features a boat and also an anchor. But we also have this concerned card, and we have this thoughts card. So as I was talking to Spirit about this, I went ahead to try to clarify this. So that distant horizon card, it can suggest like in the future, right? But also if you look at the card closely, that is the ocean. That is an anchor. That is a boat. Somebody is watching because they're kind of concerned about where the police are going to go, or where the investigation is going to go, or if they'll be able to do this scam or scheme or plot again, because the beach is likely swarmed or inundated with people, right? So I feel like whoever this is somebody who is showing up there like, yeah, what am I saying? wanting to work, wanting to be helpful, showing up jovially, congenially, friendly in a way, like just waiting. But that's not their real purpose. They're waiting and watching to see what comes. Okay, this person is the magician. They think they super freaking clever. Okay, I'm trying not to cuss, y'all. I'm doing good, ain't I? Yeah, they think they super clever here. So I feel like, yeah, not only are they, yeah, they're conflicted though. What are they conflicted about? I feel like they could be conflicted about the fact that, like, okay, is this an option still? Y'all, this is somebody who is really watching to see what comes up. Trying to figure out how to make their next move, or what their next move or step should be. Could be in regards to Trinity, or could be in regards to other children. And then again, the outcome here is that King of Pentacles energy, the wealthy man. All right. So I want to leave it at that one because I'm running out of time. Yeah, but this person will be found out, discovered, exposed. I hope the cops are paying attention to what's happening out there on the beach, because predators lurk. All right. So I'm hoping this is helpful. Keep hope alive. Keep saying this young lady's name. Y'all keep showing up for her if you can. Don't look on the beach, though. Look in your communities, because that's where they are. Bye-bye.